Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Today is kind of a hodgepodge. I'm finishing up two orders, which are these, and these were from the live a couple weeks ago. Just a couple days for me, but I skipped a day in between, which you guys will never know that anyway, so we're gonna finish up the coasters from the live. Now the coasters I revealed on the live, let me grab those over here, and I almost forgot to reveal them on the live, were these. So these were done with paper flowers, iridescent stones. You saw that video already. And this is the exact same thing, just with a different kind of flower and a different kind of background. So if you missed that one, that is this was the deep coaster mold video, and you can also go back and rewatch the live. It's on my channel, so it'll be there forever. So we're gonna just fill these up. That was really simple. I was not gonna make a whole video on that. So these were extra, and I can't remember what they were from, but they were extra from the last video, and so were these. These were not ready to demold yet, but they are today for sure. So we're just gonna see what we got here. This was the gold and red, and then the golden blue. Oh, this came out good. I just dripped a drop in each, right? And this was the ooh, they look really nice with the pigment paste white background. That's what that was, the pigment paste and not the mica powder. Those came out amazing. Oh, I like it with the pigment paste a lot. So I used pigment paste white for this one, because I wanted that really like Italian marbly kind of look for the background for that. So that's where these extras came from. So those came out good. I'll finish those up. And then these crosses came from another video that were not ready to be demolded at that time. Oh, look at that. I totally stained my mold. But that came out good. This was with the mica powder dripping it in. So there is definite difference. Of course, look at the orange. All the oranges and reds, they always stain your molds, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be shiny. And here's this one. Not too bad. I usually put like a little stone in there. And this one was something else. Oh, I think I just switched colors, but it was the same mica powder. So those are the extras from the last video. And they don't even need trim. They are like absolutely perfectly poured. That rarely happens, other than that one little spot. This one needs a little bit of sanding with a nail file, but that's it. Everything else is perfect. Okay, this is that conch tray, or not really a conch tray, I'm sorry. It's like a clamshell. And this is the last one for that order I've been working on for days. So this is the last one for a while for her. We're gonna do this one. She wants the drip technique with the mica powder, the crystal white mica, just like I showed you in those crosses. Then we're gonna use these colors, silver, blue, and this turquoise color. Oh, it is called turquoise. And we're gonna drip that in here. Now this mold, it's in my eBay store. This has a shiny center and then a matte edge. So that's what that one's gonna look like. And then I need to do this one for her in purple with the white mica powder. So that will be that one. And then this one is part of that pastel green order that I didn't realize she wanted this one until it was finished. Look at this. I should get my sticky sticks out. This is the little screw top jar. It's the really small one from Into Resin. This is an Into Resin mold as well. And that's just going to be lavender by itself in there. So I will pressure pot these ones, and then I'll come over here and we'll fill these on the table. And I learned my lesson on these. What I'm going to do, I mean, these look fine at this point, but I'm going to fill them, but not completely totally up, because if there's going to be a lot of bubble surface from those flowers. And I want to be able to top coat them. So I'm not going to completely fill them. I'm going to do 2 coats. That way the top finish is absolutely perfect, no bubbles. So I don't have to sit here for 45 minutes and babysit those. So let me grab some resin, grab some gloves, and get started.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Pending dreams with a shimmer so bright.
I've got 8 ounces to start with, and then we'll do the coasters after these are done, under pressure and whatever. So I'm just going to scrape my sides and bottom. I'm going to put 2 ounces. I don't know. I think it's about 2 ounces I bet I don't have enough now that I'm thinking about this. I don't know. We'll see. For the purple, we need probably 2 ounces of purple. The rest is going to be white. So let's just get the purple one done. Make sure you mix these pretty well because they do have a sediment on the bottom. These are from Octopus Inks. This is called Lavender. Let's just get a nice purple tint. Pretty easy pour. Don't need a vacuum chamber because we're putting it in a pressure pot. Make sure you use some kind of bubble remover if you have it. If you don't, then you can just sit it on your table for about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. Just let the bubbles rise naturally. It's not going to hurt anything waiting that time to, especially because we use that time anyway when we use the vacuum chambers. So you have plenty of time to do that, to just let it sit there. All right, let's do these. I am going to spritz. There is a little thin lip in there that I do want to get this down into. That's where the threads are, right around that edge. So let me get that in there with a dotting tool of some, see that bubble popping out? Yep. Big bubbles in there. Come on, you gotta get down in there. Looks good. I'm gonna do it again just to make sure. Get in there. Just to make sure it's down in those threads. That looks good. Let's just put it on there and fill her up. I'm not sure how much this one holds. Could very well be more than 2 ounces. And then this one has threads as well. This is the top of the jar, so you got to try to, yeah, I'm going to need more than this. I want to mix my color now instead of trying to match a tiny little bit. So I totally might not have enough for everything else. I don't know. So this one does not have that little groove on the bottom. It's just got the threads along the round part of this. I do try to help it out a little bit. Move it around, get all those facets coated. And then we'll put it right there and fill it up the best I can. Like I said, this is the top of the jar. She doesn't want anything done to it, so I'm not going to be finishing this one, so I do want to try it. It's going to shrink a little bit. Since I have enough to dome it, I will. I could always trim that. That looks pretty good. This only needs a couple drops, so we're going to have a little bit extra. Excuse me. All right, the rest of it's going to get tinted with the white mica powder. Now, you don't have to use white mica powder. As I have done in the past, I've used the pink before. I've used other background colors, but because this is what's requested, that's what I'm going to do. Let me turn this around. I'm going to spritz the top just to help him out a little bit. There's something in there I got to get out. Don't want that on the top of my jar, whatever it was. Let's get some mica in here and dissolve it with alcohol first. So the rest of this will be the white. And my alcohol. Get that dissolved. Well, a little too much, but that's okay. It won't matter. I'm excited to see this shell. These are exactly the colors I would have chose if I were ordering it. So that was so funny that she ordered the exact colors I would have done this technique in for that piece. All right. Just stir it up, get it evenly dispersed, and then we do our pouring. I have a 2 written on that shell, so I might end up with extra. I'm just now seeing that 2. So if that's 2 ounces, then I'm definitely going to have extra. Good Lord. I guess like 4 or 5. You would have thought I would have looked at the number on the side, but I didn't. How are we going to do this? Let's do it this way. So purple getting dripped in here. That just went totally down the sides. I don't want to drip it into her lavender. Oh, I don't know how much we're going to need. Try to get that side. One more drop. That looks good. Just fill her up. And then the lid is the hardest. We'll do a drop there and a drop there. And it's going to go down into those threads. I don't think we need any more ink for this one. I'm just going to go really slowly so it can go down into those grooves. And this is the top of this jar as well. So you're going to want it to be what you're happy with as far as design goes. Look at those bubbles popping out. I'll take a lighter to that one. I think that's good. I don't know if I need a bubble wand for that. Let me use my little baby one. I don't want to mess it up. It's all faceted around here. I don't think this is going to help me at all. Okay, so now I just need to do the big shell. Here goes nothing. Let's see how this works. Now it's going to look completely different from the inside to the outside because of the matte and the shiny. And then we're going to do a little silver. And then we're going to pour. This one, I have no clue because I cannot see down in there. So this is a total like guessing game as far as the colors go, where they need them and things like that. So I bet it'll be pretty regardless. Let's get some silver down in there. Those colors look amazing together. I'm just going to keep dripping. So it's pushing it over the sides, which is what I want it to do, because that creates its own marble in itself. All by itself, I don't have to create the marble anymore. We're just going to get a natural marble. And hopefully we could see the silver through that matte portion. And hopefully we don't get lines. I mean, you could take like a stick and go through the sides to push anything down that may resemble lines. But I can't even see through this mold to know what's going on. These are like beautiful peacock colors. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have extra, and I was worried I wouldn't have enough. Oh my gosh. I may just do that. I may just take some sort of a stick here in a minute before I fill it completely up. Well, it's pretty full. Yeah, I got plenty left over, so we're gonna get a bonus. Oh my goodness, there's 3 ounces left. I wasn't even really paying attention. What can I use? I'll just use one of these. I just want to like make sure my silver lines are not lines. Just pushing down, that's all. So if it's messed up, we know exactly what I did wrong. That's all. Let's fill it up and find another mold that we could play with this technique on. So that's cool. Let me put this in the pressure pot and I'll find something else. I do have this ice cream cone on order, and I think I'm going to do the same thing. She wanted strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla in the cone part. I don't know if I could do that or not. I'm going to try. I pulled out the brown and the strawberry, and then the white would be the vanilla. I pulled out latte for the cone, which is this one. So let's just, this doesn't hold much at all. Let's just get some marbling for the latte to go into the cone and see what we have. This is really thin. This isn't into resin mold as well. It's so cute. But getting it down into these side walls is going to be real fun because it's so skinny. Big bubbles coming out of there as it fills up. I'm just going to keep doing that and letting it look like a baked cone. Goldeny, you know how a cone looks. Delicious, golden delicious. And we'll see what it looks like. And then we'll do not as many drops because there's really no way really for me to swirl in something open like that. So we're going to see what it looks like, and if she's not happy, we'll have to do plan B. See how that is. I don't know that I need this drop, but I think it's all filled up. Hopefully this one doesn't get ruined in the pressure pot. That I'm interested in, because the sidewalls are so thin. I don't know if it's going to get squeezed to death or not. I'm just going to spritz those. I don't really want to. Wow, they don't want to pop. Okay. That was the latte. So I'm going to do, move this out of my way, the strawberry and the brown. I don't really know a good chocolate color in alcohol ink. Let's do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to layer it. Strawberry, that's what I'm going to do. I just want to make sure that point gets resin. I'm going to do one more drip of the strawberry. I think that's what I'm going to do, is just layer it. And then I'm going to do vanilla in the middle. Well, hopefully we see vanilla. And then I'm going to do some chocolate like this. I don't know if we're going to see the chocolate. Let me put some more here. Please let us see the chocolate. Being an opened mold like that, it's very difficult to get this effect. That is going to be cool if it works. We might lose the vanilla. Okay, what do I got left now? So that's cool. I'm going to get an extra order done today. And we have 1 ounce left. Let me find a mold. I grabbed this little friend who's waiting in my to-do pile. It came from Happy Mail. It's a turtle. I only have 1 ounce, so it might just do the shell. I don't know. We'll see. If it's going to not do the whole thing, I'm going to stop at the shell. So I pulled out Emerald Isle T-Rex, Coffee from Let's Resin, and this Gold from Bria Reese. I'm going to do the same thing in here and see what happens. And if I only do the shell, then I'll pour the rest of them either at another day or later today or whenever I have more resin left over. All right, let's do this and see. It's going to look like camo probably. Whoops, getting it where I don't want it. And I'm loving the metallics in these kinds of pours. So hopefully we don't have polka dots on him. This might look really cool. Let's see, I don't think I need more green. Let's do a little bit of brown and another gold. Oops, 2 golds. Yeah, I don't know. Is he gonna... Will he fit? Will everything fit? That is the question. I don't feel like it will, so I don't want to take the chance. So now, what was that? Well, maybe it will. Ah, what do I do? Do I take the chance? Well, I'll take the chance, and if it doesn't work, I could fill him up with another color and we'll paint him. So yeah, we're gonna take the chance. We'll do a green, brown, brown, brown. We'll do a green, green. We're taking the chance, you guys. Pour right down on those drips. Gosh, I hope I have enough. It's like it should have enough, but I don't know. Let me get my scraping spatula ready. And like I said, if I don't, I think what I'll do is just paint the rest, and I am not going to have enough. Ah, I knew I shouldn't have taken the chance. I might be able to... No, I was going to put him in the pressure pot with everything else. If I mix them up quickly from the next batch, yeah, that's not enough. Shoot! I think I'll leave it out. I should have enough time to mess around with the little bit from the, what am I thinking? The coasters. I got to mix up the coasters. So I'm going to mix up about 12 ounces for the coasters, and we'll use a little bit for this one. Try to get him filled up before I put them all in the pressure pot under pressure. Oh, that's silicone. That's a... Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, 12 ounces mixed up. I think I'm just going to pour this in here because we got plenty of ink in there. It's going to push it out to the edges anyway. So we'll get ourselves a couple of extras today. Look at that perfect amount. Look at that. How great was that? I think I'm going to add in a little bit of the glitter that I got from Into Resin. When Bobby Jo sent me some things, she sent me glitters too, and they have a 4-pack of these little glitters. And I think I'm going to put that into the flowers on the coasters. So I pulled that out as well. So let's put some of that in here before I move this over. Just the tiniest bit. This is like a, I don't know how much I need. I just want a hint. Look at that. That is gorgeous, but I don't want to overdo it because I don't want it to take up. I want to use it like a crushed crystal, you know, so it'll be there but not be there, like not in your face. That might be good. And it should float. It's really, really fine. I think that's good. And if I don't have enough, I can always put it in the final coat that I'm going to do later. So let's get this in the vacuum chamber, that in the pressure pot, and then let's move.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every...
All right, it's just ready to pour. Really nothing to it. I think these are stuck. Yeah, I did dip them into the resin, so I'm going to do it really slow. Like I said, I'm not going to fill them up because I learned on the last one, and I always forget that the bubbles rise from these things the whole time. So I want to top coat them after the bubbles have risen. I'm not quite sure how much each is going to take. And I might just do like the 1 hour on the top of them. That's pretty little glitter in there. Just make sure everything is underneath the lip of the mold. I don't know if any of them are going to change. I haven't gotten that far. Like this string was above the mold when it was cured, so I did push it down. I bet I would have needed more than 12 anyway. Where am I at now? Gosh, I've used more than half, so I probably have to already make more. Yeah, I already have to make more. Oh my goodness. These things hold a lot. I wish they would have put on there how much they would have held, but they did not do that on this one. So I put about, what, 4 in each one, and it's not even close to being full. So I need about, although I did use some in that turtle, which is no big deal. That was like less than an ounce, but it was still some. So see how the bubbles are all popping up? I am going to keep spritzing them as long as I can. Oops, that one doesn't have anything in there. I will mix up some more, but I had this leftover purple that I wanted to use too. So I pulled out this golden metallic, and we'll see if we can get something going on with the leftover lavender in these. Let's see what it looks like in the end. Get that to push. I don't have much, just the tiniest bit. Just doing it at the one end. I don't know if it's going to push it down to the other end. Oops, too much. Shoot. We'll do one in the center. I think that's all I have. I got to get some out of that middle one. It's way too high. I have enough for a tiny one. Oh my goodness, too much. Where's my little scraper? These are not what I want to overfill. Domed, yes. Overfull, no, because then you got tons of trimming to do on a little tiny piece, and it's not fun working on a piece that small in your hand. I think I got it. Let's get those sides wiped really well. I have just the littlest bit, so we'll do one more right there. Hopefully this color is good. Otherwise, we have 4 cabochons. That might not look good. A little bit more. And then I will mix up. I'm just going to mix up 4 more ounces. It's just going to be clear. Same thing. I won't bring you back for that. So I'll show you what they look like once they're cured, and then we'll top coat them in the mold, you know. So I'm not going to pull them out and top coat them. I'm going to do it in here. I wasn't going to bring you back because I'm just pouring clear resin over clear resin, so it's really no big deal. However, for those of you that are new to resin and you don't know how to fix a bubble, this is exactly why I did just below the top of the coaster, because I ended up with a bubble right here. Now, what did I do with my scribe? Okay, so the bubble was underneath the surface, not fully at the surface, and I didn't come back in here to pop it on time. So it cured right in the top, which would have been my final product if I filled them all the way up. I got some bubbles coming up here. I filled these 2 already because there was nothing wrong with them, but I did want to show you how I did this. So I just took the scribe, it's got a pointy end, and I just popped the bubble and I dug down inside of it, and I kind of opened it up a little bit just to widen it. And you're not going to see that once you pour your clear resin in. So I'm just going to pour some resin in there. And I'm going to do that again until that bubble fills up and we get those air pockets out of there. I'm just pushing the resin down and the air out. And you have to do it several times until it just blends in with the rest of the coaster. And I just about got it because you can't really see it anymore. So that's how I fix bubbles when it's on a finished surface and if you need to top coat something. So I got enough resin down in there. I pulled the air out. Now I'm just going to fill it up. I'm going to dome them now. I mixed up 12 ounces. I don't think I'm going to use all of it. I wasn't quite sure. Like I said, this one didn't have the markings on it. But I am doming them so I don't have to really trim. Look at them from a side angle, which I will do here in a second. And just get them all filled up. See that one? Have no clue where that bubble is because it is no longer where I just popped it. I didn't put any more glitter in here or anything because there's plenty beneath that. This is just like 1/4 of an inch or less, maybe 1/8 of an inch that I needed, so I clearly mixed up much too much resin. I did 12 more ounces. Oh goodness, I have 5 ounces left, so it looks like we're making something else today. Of course we are. Why not? I just want to add enough to each one of these that it's nice and domed, so I don't have to really trim edges very much. Just a couple drops. And there shouldn't really be any more bubbles rising because there's no more flowers in the resin at all. There's just a little bit, but they're already coated in resin from the first layer, so we should be good. And just take a little lighter and pop what I just created. I had run it through the vacuum chamber before I poured it. But you pour bubbles in when you're pouring, you know. Just get everything popped. I did have to trim off some of those fuzzies before I poured this one because they were sticking up straight. So I just took some out of there. I don't know what that is. Careful with your torches. It can really mess up the front of your piece. I'm going to just look at it from an angle. Yeah, they all look pretty good domed. What do I have now? Just over 4 ounces. Wonderful. Let me find a mold that I think will hold about 4 ounces because I am not doing 4 ounces of little tiny teeny stuff. And maybe we'll do our swirl technique again. Imagine that. I pulled out this mold that was in my to-do list. So if I have a lot extra, I always immediately go to my to-do list. And this was a handmade mold made for me from a viewer. So this was in Happy Mail and it is owls. I think it was owls. Gosh. So hard for me to remember. Anyway, I pulled out a couple browns, brown and latte, and I pulled out rose gold metallic. Why am I shaking mica powder? And we're going to do my technique in here and see what it looks like marbled. Now I'm hoping 4 ounces is enough because I really don't want to mix up more resin for an extra I didn't plan on pouring today. So I'm hoping 4 ounces is plenty. So it's a good thing I turned the camera on because you'll be like, where did that come from? Why do you have that extra? So the coasters look good. I don't think I need any more in there, but I'm going to check one more time before I was going to pour this in here. So let's do all 4 ounces in this mica powder. I did already vacuum chamber it, so the bubbles are out. I'll probably create some mixing it. But I'm going to try my hardest not to. And I am about ready to pull everything out of the pressure pot and put it onto my heat mat so I can get everything cured at the same time. I'll wait till this gels up first. I don't want to just quick turn my heat mat on because I don't want anything to get ruined. So let's see here. Just mix this up gently. Now you don't have to use a white base like I've been saying. I've tried it with other colors. I should have done a pigment paste, but I forgot until just now, so it's too late. All right, so we're gonna do what I've been doing. I'm just gonna spritz this. I wonder if spritzing it is gonna do anything to my drips. Let's get these opened so they don't spread too far and wide. This one has to be shaken pretty good. Hopefully these colors will go together. So we're going to do a bunch of colors. Well, not a bunch. Oh, this one's not open. And I found my thumbtack. So let me just open it. It's hard for me to remember which ones are open, which ones are not, because I have them all in the same place now. So let's do that up there, and then we're going to do drips of this. And then we're going to just pour it in ever so slowly. And then I'm going to pour the colors in again. Not pour, but you know what I mean. Drip. That was the latte. We'll do some of this metallic, and then I'll pour. Gosh, I hope I have enough. And then we'll do the brown, and then pour. Just do it in whatever order you want to do it in. There's no rules in resin. No rules in resin. Let's do the latte. I just hope it's not like layered, you know what I mean? With like lines. Ooh, I think we're going to have enough. Whoop. Let's do some rose gold. And then we'll do brown and latte. And I think it's just going right down underneath that. We might even have more. Cool. This is almost exact. Almost exact. Let's just do one color. That's it. I have some extra. Not very much, but I got some. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now I don't know. I see some spots there filled in brown. I have no clue if it's going to need a bubble wand or not until I see the first piece made. Let's move that back. I have a little left, so we're going to go ahead and, what do I have left? Less than an ounce. Let's just fill these up. And I'll just use these colors because these colors look fabulous in these pieces. So let's do these two. Try not to over pour again. And we'll do these two. Kind of drizzle it over so it breaks it up a little bit. Ooh, over poured, no! Don't worry, it'll be all right. Let me get some of this out. That's why I don't like to pour from these bigger cups. I can't control it as easily as I can in a little tiny cup. Let's get that off. There we go. All right, now let's do all three colors. We'll do the brown, the latte, and the rose gold in the middle. And I'll probably over pour. I'm gonna try not to. There we go. And I still have some left. Let's see, what other colors will look good with rose gold? How about green? How about, what do I have here? Let's try this. Well, this is teal. Paradise teal. Let's try that in here with the rose gold. I bet that would look good with the tan too. The latte, the teal and the latte, I bet would look good together. That'll be a half and half one. Let's try that teal and latte. Let's do it in a big one. Teal latte. You know what? We're sticking this one in there. Oh, we're going to have a big unmolding to do today. That's going to look pretty. These colors look good together. I have enough for probably one decent size one. So let's do teal. Oops. Rose gold right over it. And let's pour that right over that. So those colors were like stacked on top of each other instead of next to each other. You'll probably remember it, but I'm probably not going to remember it by the time I unmold this. That's a little too much. There we go. And let's do, I have a tiny one left. We'll do a brown and a teal. And, oops, let me tell you, those T-Rex ones do not like to stand up. Brown and teal. That's a good color combination, I think. Couple drops. Don't want to overdo it. Get a drop in these. Have to remember which ones I poured and didn't just pour. That one's already full, and that one. There we go. All right, well, that's it for now. I will get you the comment of the day. See you in a sec. It is time to unmold, our favorite part of the day. So let's do these extras first and see what we got. That one came out pretty. Gold in the blue. And then this one. Ooh, that's really nice. That is gorgeous the way it blended, the three colors. I'm loving this. So there's the half and half. That was the three colors. Latte gold, I think. Oh, rose gold and the brown. Ooh, that one's pretty. That's the one I dripped, I think, into each other. Yep, I think that's it. Oh, look at that one. That's pretty. The rose gold I'm losing a lot, though. It's not like the other metallics. It's very faint, but it's there, but it's faint. And then these were the, oh, see, look at that. I lost the gold. That was that other brand. So they're just basically lavender, and the gold went to the back. Not very potent. Interesting. So there are differences in brands for sure. Okay, those are done. This was an extra. Let's pull this little fella out. See what we got. Oh, it's a tray? I didn't know that. I guess I should have known. It's like sitting right there, and I totally stained the mold, but that came out cute. He totally looks camoed up. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh, how funny. I don't even know why I didn't realize it was going to be a little tray. So that's cute. Okay. I'm glad I poured that. Let's see. This was actually an extra, even though it's an order. I should put gloves on. Actually, I made this mold from a casting, so I can always make another one. Let's see how we did with the, that's cute. What is that in there? There was something in my mold. There was something in my mold and I didn't notice it. Let me see if I can take a knife and get that off real quick. Doesn't belong there, a little black whatever. There we go. Perfect. So the marbling came out pretty decent. It's not too bad. I might even go over that crosshatch with gold, but it looks like a toasted little cone. So let's see. This may not have come out right, but she wanted strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, remember? We might have gotten all strawberry. I don't know. Oh no, well, we got strawberry, little vanilla, and some chocolate. So that's kind of cool. She does want sprinkles on it. So I think I'm going to finish it up for her and see if she likes it or not. That's so cute. It looks like it's been swirled. How adorbs is that? Okay, that was the ice cream cone. Let's do the little bitty jar. This is the purple and white. It's not too bad. It doesn't have a lot of space to do the marbling. Let's get this lid out. That's cute. That looks cute. Not too shabby. I like the top too. I'm pretty happy with it. So there's a little pudding jar. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, that was extra too, but you know what? It's going to have to wait now. This is the square screwed on lid. And that looks pretty good. It should get a top coat, but I don't know if she wants a top coat because she didn't want me to do anything to it. So I don't know what she's going to do with this. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let her do it. I know she does resin. So we'll see. We'll see. Let me get this one out. Come on. Trying not to touch the inside of the mold. There we go. And we'll screw that on. Does it screw on? Why isn't it? There we go. Oh, it perfectly screws on perfectly. I don't see any bubbles. Not too shabby. That is just a little piece that's loose. Okay, good. What is that? There's one drip of purple. Yeah. All right. That is that. Let's pull these out. These are taking up a lot of space. So everything looks good. No bubbles on the tops, no bubbles on the inside, I don't think. Oh, there's barely two little ones, but not enough to talk about. And there's really no reveal. Here's the back of the marbling job we did. Those are really pretty. They look like, this one looks like it could be for fall. I really like it. You could see the 3 dimensions in there. That's nice. Very nice. Oh, did I fuse this one to the mold? Yes, when I took that lighter, it totally ruined my mold. When I poured the first one, I probably took that lighter. Yeah, I got a hole in the mold. Good thing there's 6 of them, because I don't think I'm ever going to make 6 at one time. And then that's what I was saying. You could still fuse even with a lighter. That's what happens. It gets too hot and it cooks your resin right to your mold. And it puts a hole because you can't get it out. So there's a hole in my mold now. Let's hope I didn't do it. Oh, I did it to this one too. Oh, that one came out okay. Didn't fuse it. But these came out really pretty. I barely need, like barely at an angle, take a nail file. These are really pretty. I like them. Man, I hope I didn't mess up this mold. Yeah, I did. I should have never used that lighter. It totally ruined it right there. Here's what it looks like when you torch. It's stuck to my, and right there. Yep, I totally ruined my mold. That totally stinks. And now, well, I still have 4 left. But you have to get that off of here, and now I have marks on here, so these are going to end up being a little bit of a blooper because you're not going to get it off perfectly. I'm not going to coat the sides with resin. I'm just not going to do that. So I wonder if I can get the rest off with alcohol or something, because my totally got cooked in there. I ain't using that torch anymore. The long neck lighter would not have done that. But I was popping bubbles up against the side with that little torch, like little lighter torch thing. And that's what I get. So that stinks. I'll try to get that off the best that I can before they go anywhere. But regardless of that, look at how gorgeous these turned out. These are some heavy duty coasters, let me tell you. Other than that one thing, I'm totally happy with them. You can even go around those edges like I did the other ones if you want to put a rhinestone around to catch any water that comes off your cup. But I don't know. I think I just want the flowers to speak for themselves. You got the sparkle inside of there. It looks like it's floating. Really pretty. Super happy with it. Okay, let's see this one. I hope nothing rips off because it's just barely warm. I'm going to try to pop it out without ripping any owls off of it. Come on. Oh, we did it! We did it! Look at how cute that is! How cute! It looks good too. I didn't even put it in the pressure pot or anything. This has just a little hole, but it was supposed to be there. So I just want to get that extra resin out of there. I like the colors. I like the marbling. That is super cool, but I'm probably going to paint the log because I don't want everything the same color. So I'll probably keep the owls the same, the way they are. Paint their eyes, their beaks. I don't know. I'm going to think about this one. This one's going to take me the longest, I bet. And it was an extra. What happened to my little ice cream here? Put you back together. All right, last one. Let's see what we got here. Now remember, the outside is matte, the inside is shiny. So the matte part is not going to look as beautiful. But it's still marbled pretty good. Not too bad. Ooh, look at that. I only see 2 colors of blue though, and I only see 1 color of blue and I put in the 2. So that's really weird. I see silver, hints of silver, if you turn it, but I don't see the turquoise color that I dripped in there. It totally went away. Huh. Well, if she doesn't like this one, we'll be making her another one. That is so weird. They just didn't work together. They turned it all blue. Huh, that stinks. It's not even in the outside. A little bit right there, barely. Anyway, all right, I'm going to trim things up. Not sure what I'm going to do. A lot of this I can't do anything to. She doesn't want nothing done to this. I do need to do this one, these. I don't know. I'll do a little something and get them all finished. I did finish the other cabochons. I put the bales on the back, so those really look pretty now that they're done. The red, the gold, the blue, and I just dropped one. So those got done, and then I put tassels on the crosses. So those can be bookmarks. Here's those are finished. I just picked a color that went with them. I'll probably put a rhinestone in the center of whatever side looks the best. So I'll just do that. Let me get everything finished and then we'll wrap it up.
Michelle's in the shop light, a glitz and glitter glow. Last pour of the evening, nice and steady, slow.
Floral coasters lined up, petals set and shine. Blue and white seashells looking just right tonight.
Owls in a row, heads to the side. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil pride.
One more little piece, then she sets it down. Wipes her hands, smiles wide at her little resin town.
Thank you, all of you, for every minute you stay. Thank you, all of you, for lighting up her day.
Glitz and glitter shining on, Michelle's got heart to spare.
Thank you, all of you, for every time you're there.
Ice cream cone with sprinkles, sweet as summer rain. Colors piled up happy in that handmade frame.
Owls keep their secret, cozy in a line. Flower shells and laughter, all packed up just fine.
Clock hands easing on toward the end of the show. One more look around before the curtain goes. She sees your names in the screen and feels that kind of grace. Every viewer, every visit, every smiling face.
Thank you, all of you, for every minute you stay. Thank you, all of you, for lighting up her day.
Glitz and glitter shining on, Michelle's got heart to spare.
Thank you, all of you, for every time you're there. From a table full of sparkle,
To a heart that gives it all,
she turns each small creation
into something folks can hold. And when the day is finished, she don't miss a chance to say,
your time is the sweetest gift
in every single way.
Thank you, all of you, for every minute you stay. Thank you, all of you, for lighting up her day.
Glitz and glitter shining on, Michelle's got heart to spare.
Thank you, all of you, for every time you're there.
I'm all done. Took a little while. Those owls took the longest, but they were worth it. So with this little guy, I just took some gold paint and went there and drew his eyes and his mouth. This is actually a 3D printed piece, and I never figure it out until I start painting it, and then you could see the filament lines, but it's not too bad. Nothing to those. I drilled a lot of them out and put the pinch bails on. This one I did upside down, which came out pretty cool because I went to drill it and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put the flatback bail on the back of this one at this side. And I like that one too. This one looks like a beach, doesn't it? So does this one. Looks like a little beach scene right on your neck. So I like those. Nothing to those. I did trim with a nail file along the edge, put Resin Restore on everything, and I didn't want to do anything. I just think they're beautiful as they are, which is shocking that I didn't do anything. She wanted sprinkles on her little cone, so I glued them on individually. I painted the bow red, and then I did the cross hatches in gold. So that's that one. Super duper cute. And here is the owls. I love this. It's so cute. I love this mold. So I put a flower on that head, and he's holding a little pineapple. She's got a little bow. That one's got a flower, and this one's got a bow tie. This had a little rose underneath there, but you know what? I'm just going to glue a flower right over that just to give it a little dimension. So I painted the stump brown. I dry brushed a tan over it, and then I took gilding paint in the same color as the gilding paint that I put all over the owls, and I just highlighted the tips. So it's got a few colors in there, and then gilding paint along all of the feathers, painted the eyes, painted the beak, painted the feet, and that was it for that. So I think that came out cute. It really brought it to life. There's still color differences in it, and I did the same thing to the back of it. So that's it, you guys. Quite a lot more than I expected going into today. Come back tomorrow. I've got a cool, super cool mold I cannot wait to use, and I will see you then. Hope you have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. She sprinkles joy like morning dew in every shade of